Hello, Internet! It's time for another Wednesday serial. This time I want to talk to you about a book called Meta4. Now, a real quick aside, I had promised someone recently that I was going to review a Vertigo book that I bought, and it turns out this is the book I thought it was, and it's published by Image. Sorry, but indie, crazy stuff. I'll get to some Vertigo book later in life. Anyways, this book, Meta4, is 22 pages of black and white art. It's definitely Ted McKeever's book, writing and drawing the damn thing. And he does a really interesting job here artistically of setting up this kind of decimated world. I don't want to say post-apocalyptic because it hasn't really gone that far yet to say if that's an accurate description, but you follow this guy who, for whatever reason, wakes up amnesiaed, doesn't know who he is, what's going on. He's in an astronaut suit, and the character is referred to as the astronaut. And he wanders around, is kind of slowly taking the world. Then he goes to use the bathroom, where he feels, interestingly, that reminds him so much that he's human, just because that's such a part of being human. And while in there, he finds a woman which throws him off, and then he gets attacked, then he gets saved by a giant Santa Claus. And I feel bad, but I've basically spoiled the book for you there. This book is all about the detail. The overall plot is not so much what you should concern yourself with. This is very much something that you need to take your time, sit down, and look for the subtlety in the details, which is interesting. However, for a $4 book, for what's going to be a 5-issue miniseries, I'd honestly say, even if you're interested in this book, wait for the trade. Really wait for the trade. It's going to read a lot better, clearly, if this is piquing your interest at all. And also, I imagine it will have to be fairly more cost-effective. There's just no way that this book was worth my money this time. Not to say that it was a bad read, but honestly, his art style is very indie, very detailed, and you can tell he did all this black and white art by hand, the sketch lines and everything. It's very reminiscent of old black and white 80s style, and it's very stylistic and great for that sort of feel, but the story's very bare bones, though there's something more to it, obviously. Meta4 playing to that, though I don't think it's necessarily as deep as it's trying to be. I don't think it has the layer of complexity that most Hickman books would. But it's definitely interesting, and when this is collected, I'd say give it a shot if you're looking for something really different.